Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please? Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
The revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, you are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France. Mr. Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say... Few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Right, we shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up. Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
To tell you the truth, not really.
You are right. Be positive. Perhaps Sarah is in the company of Lord Mortimer, and they will both turn up shortly.
But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
As I haven't visited all the manor yet, I wondered if you hadn't seen a Medusa by any chance.
I beg your pardon?
Yes, La Gorgogne, the Medusa from Greek mythology. Would you have seen one? In any shape or form?
Not at all, my son. I'm not sure what you're getting at, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be of any use to you.
Thank you anyway, Your Eminence. I won't take up any more of your time. On that last word, then I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle. Circe. Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it. A few pages out of an old encyclopedia. An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Coucou gamer, ça va et toi? Désolé, je pense qu'il y a un bug parce que je vois pas quand je reçois un message. Mais sinon ça va, merci.
That's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Ouais, il y a un bug. J'ai hésité à le prendre à courage. C'est quoi comme genre de jeu? Ben, je découvre, c'est un jeu d'énigmes où il y a, t'as des compétences, mais je pense que le jeu, tu peux le faire en plusieurs fois parce qu'il y a plein de compétences à avoir et je pense pas que je les aurai toutes juste pour le jeu, quoi.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Ben franchement, pour l'instant, ouais, j'ai commencé il y a 2-3 jours, mais vite fait, mais pour l'instant, j'aime bien. En plus, il y a les personnages, genre Napoléon Bonaparte, le président Washington et tout. Coucou Nicolas, ça va? Avec les trucs d'occulte, ça me fait penser les trucs Illuminati là. Le jeu, ça me fait trop penser à ça. Les bails chelous là.
Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. Amber crystals. fragment of amber. The Company by Rembrandt.
D'accord, les derniers Templiers. Trouver la méduse. Mais elle est où la méduse? Ah, il y a une pièce, il y a une autre pièce, j'avais même pas vu. Oh, oh là là, la conne.
A painting with no name.
Ah, c'est la méduse, je suis sûre. Je sais plus comment ça s'appelle. Il y avait une histoire sur ça. Putain, je me rappelle plus.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Igleuse, Médusa. Alors là, je pense qu'il faut tourner les... analyser la statuette. Non, 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 non. Retour. Attends.
This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So,
Ah!
sword toward the Medusa.
Donc, pivoter vers la méduse. Voilà. Là, c'est quoi? Ah, là, c'est elle. Elle va regarder l'homme. Elle va regarder l'homme. Parce que je pense, si je me trompe pas, la méduse, genre, si elle regarde l'homme, et ben l'homme, il devient en pierre, un truc comme ça. C'est pour ça que l'homme avec le bouclier, il se protège. Faire vers... voilà. Attends, lui, il doit se protéger face à elle. Et l'autre, c'est quoi? L'autre. La lanterne pour... Putain, attends, je réfléchis là. Bah, j'ai jamais joué à Uncharted, donc...
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Quelle erreur, MDR, il faut les faire. Ouais, je sais pas, il faut que j'essaye. Mais franchement, jamais joué. Je sais que c'est pas comme ça. Moi, je veux mettre... Moi, je veux mettre le bouclier face à la méduse. Je sais que c'est pas comme ça. Moi, je veux mettre... Moi, je veux mettre la méduse. Face à la méduse.
This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So, sword toward the Medusa.
Lui... Ah putain, attends, j'ai examiné. La lanterne me rappelle quelque chose. Ah putain, attends, j'ai examiné. La lanterne me rappelle quelque chose. Ah, attends. Putain, allez, j'étudie.
It's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense.
Oui, mais il faut éclairer le bouclier.
I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light will be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected
Alors,
hero.
pivoter. Non, attends, retour. S'écarter. Attends, le bouclier, je vais mettre face au mec. Voilà. Est-ce que ça marche?
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Hmm.
It looks right, but nothing's happening.
Pourquoi
Maybe,
rien ne se
in this
passe?
position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Ben, je sais qu'il fait éblouir son collègue, mais comment? Oh, putain. Putain. Ok, gamer, à plus. Bonne journée à toi.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague. Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield. I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero. The statue is darker on the right-hand side. It must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa. Perfect for the coup de grace. Let's think. To vanquish the beast, the statues have to be lined up in a specific order. What can this shield be for? To protect its holder? Why not? But in that case, what's the lantern for? Step back and take a second, Louis. Be logical, but open-minded. Think outside the box. Nobody said a statue has to have only one use. I wonder if the lantern was to distract the Medusa. This shield can both protect the holder and also reflect the light from the lantern to distract the beast. In other words, I'll have to make an angle of 90 degrees between the lantern and the Medusa by turning the shield to face the sword. If Mortimer's the one who thought of all this stuff, then honestly, he must have a screw loose. Crazy idea, but worth a shot.
Rah! For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here. Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
I admit everything, madam. You win. I've been bitten by the same bug as you.
I beg your pardon?
We can't resist being where we shouldn't, seeking out our host's little secrets. So, we have that in common, right?
I really thought you were going to answer me this time. Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.
golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Cold? You want a rug? It'll warm you up.
I wouldn't be caught dead in that horrible thing.
That's a pity. The gold color brings out your eyes.
And your flattery brings out your boorishness.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
How did the English manage to get their hands on them?
When someone wants to attract the attention of the world's leading power, somehow the gifts just pour in.
You wouldn't have gone to the Vatican recently, would you?
Are you calling me a thief?
Certainly not. Never entered my mind. An old sesterce from Roman Gaul. Hey, Mortimer is the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art. Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath.
Stop! Don't put your grubby fat fingers on it.
You find my fingers fat?
At least put on some gloves.
Please note, my fingers are slim.
You were going to leave marks. My God, what an amateur.
Many harpsichord players would love to have sexy fingers like mine.
Tell me where you took your infiltration classes so I can have your tutor executed.
Let's compare hands then. We'll soon see whose fingers are fattest.
No, I'm not going to compare hands with you. Let's just keep going.
Bad loser. Oh, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes. Written by Mortimer himself. You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
This weapon is typically French, quite old, undoubtedly goes back to the Crusades. If it is a true Damask sword, it's worth more than a kingdom. I think this is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet, you're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Amber crystals.
Here's something interesting. A manor in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia. These deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Maybe Mortimer is immortal or capable of living for a very long time, like Methuselah.
A first smile. Careful. Keep that up and soon you'll end up laughing.
Carry on sprouting inanities like that, and indeed I might. These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess, these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Mortimer's collection is unique, isn't it?
That's an understatement. No doubt he has a major passion for history and fine art, or getting gifts.
If each time Mortimer does someone a favor, they reward him with a priceless gift, That means he must have helped nearly everybody in the world. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something. What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar. Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm only asking you to trust me a little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Pragmatic, intelligent, sure of herself. Her only weak spot is her difficulty talking about herself.
I don't know much about your past, but I'm guessing you had to get by on your own for much of your life. It might have closed you off, and that can be a disadvantage. It might be time for you to open up and risk a little trust. Not every man you meet wants to hurt you.
Yes, you may be right. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place, and I would be sound asleep in my bed. I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler. So, your partner is... Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Well, a second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis, your mother is not my partner.
Your husband, of course.
My husband, he can't even walk without a cane. Poor old man. Let him live out the rest of his days in peace.
How nice for him.
Right, time is short. You haven't convinced me. I prefer to remain discreet. Don't take it the wrong way. All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister. And if I reacted so strongly at the sight of the cameo pendant, it's because I thought it belonged to her. But it doesn't.
I understand. I won't insist.
It's time to leave.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by...
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise it'll be too late.
It looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do? Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this.
All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me.
Well, Elizabeth, what was so urgent? For God's sakes, what happened in here?
I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night while she was hiding?
Yes, Louis, I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you it was her.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here. You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get out!
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth? I could have spent the night with Emily, but no. I had to go play the night with a big heart. Oh, well, never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What the hell's going on?
You are in deep trouble, my young friend.
Stop! You're not getting anywhere.
You know, I kind of... Nothing.
That's what you think.
As for you, if you You know, Louis, you stole...
Von Borsche.
We know You've no... Oh, but...
Stop and son. Did...
Just a few more... With this?
You know, always remain... I got it. I
Draw him over.
Von Burchard! Oh, don't worry,
You want to pity enough for the last... Where is Al-Azif?
Let me do this. Trust me. For God's sake, Louis, I told you to let me do it. Let me see.
You know, I was in control of the situation, Mother.
Oh, tell that to your nose. It's because of this kind of reaction that I prefer to work alone.
You ought to learn to trust me, Mother. Can't you be happy for once? We finally cracked the Von Burchard case?
He was just a middleman. He would have been more useful alive. How many times must I tell you? You're much more important. Right, let's go now.
Well, you just had to pick... You ditched me and quit it. Well, so I'm already hating...
Well, how very... Is this your first time?
Oh,
Lord Mortimer asked me to join him. We have some business to take care of.
oh, how mysterious. You adapt quickly, my... Would you believe that we are all here hoping to...
Right.
And only a...
That's right. Until now, I've never been invited by Lord Mortimer.
You won't soon forget.
Given what I've seen so far, I wish I'd been passed over.
Come, Duchess.
We're moving, Monsieur de Richet, if you would like to join us.
I'm coming, Duchess.
A cardinal? A
Are you... Okay, did you... Are there... If that...
You can run if you want to,
Here,
Sarah.
take this.
But you will...
Keep you better. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Fine.
Am I going crazy or what? This can't be real. The Duchess arrived with me. What's happening to me, for God's sake? I absolutely need to find you, Mother.
Louis.
Yes, Duchess?
Tell...
I have been involved in all sorts of unsolved cases. Have you ever heard of the Abbey of Hexham?
Vaguely.
An ingenious scam involving mass manipulation on a scale never seen before.
There was a cavern under the abbey.
Exactly. The wind would blow in through spouts. So, to stop the howling, the priest called...
And if they brought enough money, I'm guessing the priest stopped the...
Admit it, Duchess. That story...
Yes, it did. I'm delighted to find out that you were the...
For someone who only remembers the case...
Well, they say I have the memory of two people. But please, call me Emily.
Fine. Tell me, I was actually helped on that case by my mother. You...
Wait, look, we've already met.
Please excuse me, madam. I imagine...
Well, I'm...
Please.
For you...
No.
In the off... Let's drop... Right.
I ask her a question, she answers with another. Is she playing with me?
Emily, please excuse my insisting, but you...
You'll see...
And if I... Great, honey.
Good evening, Monsieur.
I have an appointment.
But rest assured, sir, Sir Holm insists on welcoming you in person. A close friend of Lord Mortimer's. Please, rest assured, sir, it won't take us... Indeed, we are searching the caves again, because...
Where we are now?
Indeed, sir. According to our information, after verification...
Did anyone see anything else?
Unfortunately not, sir. Only lights were seen, and as I was saying, sir, all the guests were asleep. We came to...
I know my mother. I've got... Where exactly... On... Pass me the handkerchief.
But, sir, my orders were to give it to my master.
Are you refusing to give me my own mother's personal belonging, even though she was... Oh, and to top it all, do I just...
No, sir,
You must have come... A sack of seeds. It's unopened. No one seems to have... And the tip... This might just come in handy. This chest might belong to Duchess Hillsborough. probably comes from this part. That does it. Let's see what's hidden inside. There's a book the mother used, and for crying out. Let's look inside the bag. A little food. An iron key completely rusted. You never know. It might be used. Shit. Those are definitely my mother's things. I recognize her hairpins. A piece of soap. But what does all this mean? The bottom of the bag is covered in black powder. Some fruit. The fruit's still... The bread's a bit... From the smell, this food's been here roughly... And if it's rationed, there's enough left to last 2 more days. Right. That's enough. I think I better leave her bag here. If she... Crying out loud. Why did you hide supply? I don't know what's going on here, but you obviously feel like you're in danger. Locked. There we are. Pistol case. I don't know if this has it just like an... This... Uh-huh. The powder's wet. Not surprising, given the dampness of it. It's unusable now. I don't know what the person who left this barrel like this had in mind. Apparently, someone on this island has gone through a whole... I really must find... Amber crystals. Rope. Apparently no one's touched it for a good long time. Let's see what's hidden inside. Let's look. It's... The addressee's in Sao Paulo, Brazil. That reminds me. It's about time. I haven't the slightest idea what it says. Samuel Ritter d'Auchois. Mother, you test me even when you're not. It's an anagram of Louis Morasto. You wanted to write to me. Let's see what's inside this letter. So...
Dear Samuel, my stay on Lord Mortimer's island is going wonderfully well. As I find myself in such charming company, I plan to stay a few more weeks. Would you be so kind as to send me a gift that I'd like to give? I have been told that he's going to join us here soon. I would like to thank you in advance.
What is your game? What are these strange turns of phrase? I've never heard you speak that you write to me under a pen. I wonder if this Godoy is the person you came looking for. Think. Godoy. I'm guessing he's a man of some... Well, I don't know what you've got. So, let's go through this. My mother's been hiding pieces of bread between rotten boards of a wharf in the middle of the night. That's not normal. And if that weren't enough, it looks now like she's armed. Meanwhile, it's like the barrel's been broken for quite some time. Latin and... You don't know, my son, how little wisdom the world is governed with. I tend to agree. How did... What?
I wanted to...
Anyway.
Thank you, my son.
Certainly.
Right, I shall see. If only not if your mother...
But since we...
you said...
If you know my mother...
This... What?
All the... Look. Listen,
The moment you find her? You mean Sarah has...
Shit. Let's not exaggerate. I swear by the...
Good, listen. Let's stop there. The child, she has made this made only for her. Here, remember to...
Open to Brutus's page. Caesar, stabbed by multiple blows at once. Then, covering his head with his nice family. Let's keep it. Mike.
I thought... Since...
Louis, monsieur.
Oh, George,
Please, it is an honor.
Yep.
I must...
What?
At the risk of his...
No, but... Not... So...
Lord Mortimer asked me to drop everything and come find... I took the first boat.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be, sir. It's not...
Seriously, I know your mother well. Stay behind.
Good Lord. Washington is... It's the highest...
Good evening.
Holy shit.
And take these.
Do you know that man?
So...
And for those, we'll have to be...
Don't...
If I stay with Washington, we'll be able to speak about my mother. But on the other hand, I'd like to learn more about this home. I saw him in my vision. My vision is more important. Let's follow home.
I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington. Emily, please excuse me, but...
My friend, I hope our dear Giovanni is well.
The troubles in France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome.
And right he was too. Come, sit down and have something to eat, my friend. You look rather... Excuse me, sir. I haven't introduced myself.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming, if I hadn't come...
Yes, I heard...
Indeed. I wanted to ask you. Would you have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came... Then one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer, we found no clue, but I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer...
Thank you for your... But I beg your pardon. I get the...
Except in my...
Not that I... perhaps you're mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and...
No, you...
I thought... Never mind. Would you allow me one last question, sir?
Please, go ahead. What do you want to know?
Sir, do you know Emily Hillsborough?
Oh, Madame la Duchesse. Of course. It was I who...
Do you know Vin...
Not really, no. They may well have met at the court of King George.
No dispute.
Not to my knowledge.
And even if Duchess Hillsborough is a complex woman to understand.
No!
Elizabeth! I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to...
Let me handle this. I'm used to this kind of thing. Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
It's just a dizzy spell. Don't worry. You'll be all right. Her heart rate is already becoming more stable.
Wow. Poor girl's had her hands tattooed. I've seen these pinnacles before in old occult. I don't know what that young woman's trying...
I'm so sorry.
Can you tell me something about... She needs a doctor. Why precisely is she here?
She's the daughter of one of Lord Mortimer.
I didn't know Lord Mortimer was a...
Not in the sense you understand, but he has been... The poor child has already been treated by all the medical doctors. Elizabeth is beyond the reach of traditional medicine, Monsieur de Richet. Are you all right, Elizabeth?
When did she...
4 days.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? You gave us...
Take it easy.
Let me...
Of course, my dear. Go ahead.
You... Pardon me?
Insegni della bestia.
Sorry, Your Eminence. I don't speak Italian.
Forget it. He doesn't...
Gentlemen, it is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long...
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all the...
But don't spend too much time. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely.
Lord Mortimer is fond of atypical works of art. I won't disguise this, but I must say, he does have some...
Sir Holmes, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth? She would...
Elizabeth?
Miss Adams is here. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors.
I perceive...
Rest assured. On that note, it's very late.